Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. What if I told you that the Falcons might be on the verge of making a blockbuster move that could reshape the entire NFC South and seriously boost their Super Bowl chances? Yeah, I know it's a bold statement, but the rumors are swirling, and they're pointing to a potential trade that could send shockwaves through the league. We're talking about Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase, one of the most explosive playmakers in the league right now, potentially heading to Atlanta. That's right, Chase, the star receiver from LSU who's been making waves since he was drafted in 2021, could be on his way to the Falcons, and the implications are huge. Let's break this down. The Bengals, currently sitting at 4-8, are having a rough season. Their defense has been leaking points like a sieve, giving up an eye-popping 31.2 points per game. Fans and analysts alike are starting to wonder if this team is better off reloading rather than trying to compete this year. Sources whisper that Cincinnati might be willing to part ways with Chase, the guy who's already amassed over 200 receiving yards and 42 touchdowns in his young career, in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a third-rounder in 2027. According to Adam Schefter, Cincinnati is also looking to free up cap space, around $14 million, to help rebuild the defensive line and focus on their future moves. Why would the Falcons be interested? Well, Atlanta is in a bit of a rebuild mode themselves, currently sitting at 5-7 and facing quarterback questions heading into the stretch run. Kyle Pitts is out for Week 14 with a knee injury, and the team's receiving core could definitely use an injection of explosive talent. Chase, with his big play ability and proven track record, fits perfectly into the Falcons' plans to elevate their passing game. His profile is nothing short of spectacular. Drafted in 2021, he's already a four-time Pro Bowler with over 42 touchdowns, a career average of nearly 14 yards per reception, and a PFF grade of 91.0. He's a true game changer. In 2025, Chase has been showing why he's one of the league's most dangerous receivers. In just 11 games, he's hauled in 86 receptions on 131 targets for nearly 0 yards and 5 touchdowns. His yards per game, 88.3, are eye-opening, and he's been a reliable, clutch target for Joe Burrow, who's been under pressure but still managed to deliver some of the league's most explosive throws. Chase's ability to win contested catches at a 55% rate, with minimal drops and a deep target rate of 28%, makes him a matchup nightmare. His deep balls, graded at 92.5 by PFF, are some of the best in the league, reminiscent of Tyreek Hill's elite deep threat prowess. Now, the impact of such a trade for Atlanta would be enormous. It's not just about adding another talented receiver, it's about transforming the entire offense. With Chase on the field, the Falcons could see their passing game skyrocket, projected to increase by around 18% in EPA per pass, adding an element of vertical threat they've been missing. His presence would open up space for Kyle Pitts, who's been solid but needs that extra help to maximize his potential, and for other receivers like Drake London, who's been great but could benefit from the attention Chase draws. Imagine Chase stretching defenses vertically, forcing safeties to stay honest, creating mismatches that could turn a game on its head. Speaking of Pitts, he's been fairly productive himself, averaging over 50 yards per game, and with Chase stretching the field, defenses might struggle to double-team him or focus solely on London. The chemistry between Chase and whoever lines up at quarterback, probably Desmond Ridder or another signal caller during the transition, could be electric. Chase's ability to generate yards after the catch, averaging 5.3 yards YAC per reception, means he can turn a short pass into a big gain, giving Atlanta's offense that extra punch it's been craving. And let's not forget the potential ripple effects on the Falcons' defense. With a more potent offense, the team could control possession longer, forcing opponents into long, difficult drives and reducing their chances to score. Plus, the Falcons' defense would benefit from more long possessions, giving them opportunities to rest and reset. This could lower the overall points per game allowed, something that's been a concern at 26, 8 on average, and helped tighten the game in Atlanta's favor. But beyond the immediate impact, the trade also signals a strategic shift for the Falcons. Adding Chase would be a statement that Atlanta is serious about competing for the NFC South and making a deep playoff run. It's about building a roster that can punch through the toughest defenses and challenge the league's best teams. And with Chase's elite deep ball ability and route running, he could elevate the Falcons' red zone efficiency by around 15%, making them even more dangerous inside the 20-yard line. This, combined with the ongoing development of their young quarterback and the improving offensive line, could be the catalyst that pushes Atlanta closer to Super Bowl contention. Now, the broader NFL landscape is also taking notice. Odds for the Falcons winning the Super Bowl have been climbing, from plus 15-0 to around plus 6-0, reflecting increased confidence in their potential. Chase's addition could be the X factor that boosts their chances even further, an offensive weapon that defenses simply can't match. It's not just about the regular season, it's about making a splash in the playoffs. Chase's track record of big-game performances, combined with Atlanta's improving team, suggests they could be a real threat in the postseason, especially if they secure a wild-card spot or even win the division outright. Of course, this move isn't without its risks. Cincinnati is likely to demand significant draft capital, and the Falcons will need to structure the deal carefully to manage their cap space, which currently sits around $11 million after some restructuring. But if they pull this off, it could be a game changer. Imagine the headlines. Atlanta Falcons acquire Ja'Marr Chase, transform offense, and set sights on Super Bowl glory. That's the kind of move that could define a franchise's trajectory for years to come. As we look towards the future, it's clear that Atlanta is positioning itself to be a serious contender. The addition of a player like Chase would not only provide immediate offensive firepower, but also send a message to the rest of the league. The Falcons are here to compete, and they're not afraid to make bold moves to get there. The NFC South, traditionally a tough division with the Saints, Buccaneers, and Panthers, could see Atlanta stepping up as the division's new powerhouse. With Chase's elite ability, the Falcons could push past the divisional rivals, making a statement that they're ready to compete at the highest level. In conclusion, folks, this potential Chase trade is more than just a rumor. It's a window into the Falcons' aggressive rebuilding and their desire to return to prominence. If it happens, it could be the start of a new era, one where Atlanta's offense is dynamic and unstoppable, with Chase as the centerpiece. The road to the Super Bowl is never easy, but with a move like this, the Falcons could significantly increase their chances of getting there. So keep your eyes peeled, Falcons fans, because this offseason might just be one of the most exciting in franchise history. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news.